Good morning, Keith Hayes, Mirador Television from the precinct in Lewes, East Sussex, in the southern part of England. And it's going to be a quick one this morning, because not only is it overcast and windy, well, slightly windy, but it's cold. It is very cool this morning, and I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and finding that I'm beginning to shiver. So rather brave, I'm going to actually scurry home. I'm locked in anyway. This is just my little exercise period this morning. But just let me say that, as we have in past mornings, introduce yet somebody else from Mirador, and this morning I'm going to introduce Paul Myles, an expert on Tom Paine, but also an expert on many things to do with drugs and drug abuse. All in all, pretty clever guy, and we're very happy to have him as a key part of Mirador Television. So I'll let you know all about Paul, or at least he'll let you know about him in just half an hour or so, after I got out of the cold, managed to get my feet up against the fire, and decide just how much editing I'll do this morning. Till then, Keith Hayes, toodle pip.
But anyway, I found this one, which gave me enough confidence to write the article, and it's about Tipper being made port gauger in New Haven, which is a massive job, very important job. And the fact that he could be in business as a brewer and also an excise man at the same time is really interesting, because Thomas Paine was a tobacconist in Lewes at the same time as being an excise man, and he's been attacked for that over the years, but clearly it's normal practice. So now, there are things that link these men together, and one of them is the fact that this man, who's Thomas Cleo Rickman, was a great friend of. He wrote the epitaph on Thomas Tipper's gravestone. Now, that was built a bit later in 1830, but this is the rectory house, and this is the church, and this is the graveyard where Tipper's gravestone is, and this is his gravestone. And Cleo Rickman writes it, and it's a wonderful piece of writing. Reader, with kind regard this grave, nor heedless past where Tipper's ashes lay. Honest he was, ingenious, blunt and kind, and dared to do what few dare do, speak his mind. Philosophy and history well he knew, was versed in physic and in surgery too. The best old Stingle he both brewed and sold, nor did one knavish act to get his gold. He played through life a varied comic part, a new immortal Hudibras by heart. So these are very nice words. They're not about an excise man that everyone would hate or fear. This is a man that everybody loved. Tipper is an excise man, and he's an excise man at the same time as Thomas Paine, and he's in the 6th outright for Lewes, and Thomas Paine's in the 4th outright. And Turner would still be about at this time. So the fact that this binds these men together is fascinating. And I should be doing more work at this, finding out more details, so we can actually get our eye on Thomas Paine. And Cleo Rickman has got an entry in the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography. We can see his portrait there by Hazlitt, a very famous portrait, very famous himself, Hazlitt. But we get our eye on Turner through his diary, but I want to get our eye on Tipper. He sounds like fun. So that's it for this session. Thanks for listening, and we'll continue this series, Breaking News in the 18th Century, on our next visit. Thank you very much indeed.